Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud receives His Excellency Abdul Latif Al-Zayani to bid him farewell at the end of his tenure as Secretary General of the Council. His Majesty the Sultan receives a written message from His Excellency the President of Uganda, handed over to His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said. And the Ministry of Technology and Communication signs an agreement to launch Oman's first specialized cybersecurity accelerator. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received His Excellency Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council, to bid him farewell at the end of his tenure as the Secretary General of the Council. His Excellency Al-Zayani expressed greetings and best wishes to His Majesty the Sultan and thanking His Majesty for the Sultanate's endless support to the Council and to him personally, which contributed to accomplish his missions successfully. During the meeting, they exchanged points of view on issues that will boost the joint Gulf Work March in different fields. Main developments on regional and international areas were also discussed. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said received a written message from His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni of the Republic of Uganda. The message was handed over to His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, when he received His Majesty Oyo Nimba Kubamba, King of the Kingdom of Toro, envoy of the Ugandan President. During the meeting, cooperation relations between the two countries and means of enhancing them for the interests of the two countries and their friendly peoples were reviewed. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, received a written message from Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Deputy Prime Minister and Interior Minister of the United Arab Emirates. The message related to the existing bilateral relations between the two countries was handed over when His Excellency the Minister of Interior received His Excellency Mohammed bin Sultan Al Suwaidi, Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates accredited to the Sultanate. The Ministry of Technology and Communications today signed an agreement to launch Oman's first specialized cybersecurity accelerator in cooperation with the Oman Britain Digital Center and Takween, the annual investment program affiliated to Oman Technology Fund. The project is a brickstone in the nascent MENA region and it aims to support companies operating in the cybersecurity sector. The program, dubbed SaaS Accelerator, is designed especially for individuals and groups to serve as a business think tank, which provides for the development of business ideas in the field of cybersecurity and the encouragement of digitalized entrepreneurship, with scopes for improving work models, building leadership skills aimed to enable participants to take steps necessary for the growth of their companies. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad bin Hamoud Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, visited today the Maritime Security Center. During the visit, he was briefed on the modern equipment used in supporting maritime security operations and also briefed on the tasks and roles of the center in the management and leading maritime security operations against maritime risks, including search and rescue operations. His Excellency was also briefed on the joint coordination between the concerned departments in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Center and the working mechanism between both of them in meeting the national objectives. Still to come in our news bulletin. The vocational colleges marked the graduation of the third batch of graduates. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Turkey's foreign minister was visiting Iraq today as part of diplomatic efforts to alleviate the escalated tension in the region. Mevlut Çavuşoğlu met with President Barham Saleh as well as Prime Minister Adel Abdel Mahdi and other senior Iraqi officials in Baghdad. Turkey has called for calm and expressed concern about regional security after a U.S. drone strike which killed a top Iranian general in Baghdad last week. Çavuşoğlu also spoke with his Iranian counterpart yesterday after Iran fired more than 20 missiles overnight at bases in Iraq used by U.S. troops, retaliation for the U.S. attack in Iraq. Turkey shares a border with Iran and Iraq and is engaged militarily in northern Iraq against Kurdish forces. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky today laid flowers at a memorial set up inside Kiev's airport for the flight crew members killed when a jetliner crashed in Iran shortly after takeoff. The crew of the Ukrainian airplane never made a radio call for help and were trying to turn back for the airport when the plane went down, according to a report on the disaster that killed 176 people. The report suggested a sudden emergency struck the Boeing 737 operated by Ukrainian International Airlines early yesterday when it went down just moments after taking off from Imam Khomeini International Airport in Tehran. The crash caused a massive explosion when the plane hit the ground, likely because the aircraft had been fully loaded with fuel for the flight to Kiev, Ukraine. Both of the so-called black boxes that contain data and cockpit communications from the plane had been recovered, though they had been damaged and some parts of their memory was lost. Envoys from 15 countries, including the United States, arrived in Srinagar in Indian-administered Kashmir today. The visit is the first by New Delhi-based diplomats since the government stripped the region of its semi-autonomous status and imposed a harsh crackdown 5 months ago. The diplomats were driven by Indian authorities in a motorcade amid tight security from the airport to the military headquarters in Srinagar, where they were briefed on the security situation. They also held discussions with some government officials and were expected to meet civil society members and some pro-India Kashmiri politicians later today. In October, a group of European Parliament members had visited the region, which is claimed by both India and Pakistan in its entirety. Jairam Ramesh, a leader of the opposition Congress Party, today criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government for not yet allowing Indian political leaders to visit the troubled region. An emergency warning remains in place for a bushfire threatening lives and homes in Baldivis, about 40 kilometers south of Perth in Western Australia. About 150 firefighters were battling a blaze reported midday today that has burned through over 300 hectares in strong winds. Blazes are also tearing through the states of New South Wales, South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania. Last year was Australia's hottest and driest on record. The Australian fire disaster is seen by many as a harbinger for other countries of the future consequences of global warming. Back to some more local news. The National Defence College marked its annual day, which falls on the 8th of January each year. The celebration included a visual display showing the journey of the National Defence College and its role in preparing strategic leaders from various military and civil institutions. The celebration also included honoring those who completed their term in recognition of their efforts exerted during their service at the college. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Chairman of the College Board. The weather analysis in the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center indicated that the Sultanate will be affected by a trough of low pressure starting from today, 9th of January, till Sunday, 12th of January 2020. A statement issued by the Public Authority for Civil Aviation said that chances of rain showers with various intensities Occasionally, thunder showers are expected starting from tonight to affect the governorate of Musandam and extending gradually tomorrow to affect the governorates of Al-Buraimi, North Al-Batina, South Al-Batina, Al-Zahira, Muscat, Al-Dakhiliya, North Al-Sharqiyya and South Al-Sharqiyya. Seas will be moderate to rough along most of the Sultanate's coasts with a wave height ranging from 1.5 meters to 2.5 meters. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises all to take precautions while raining, avoid crossing flowing wadis and check the sea state before sailing. The Ministry of Manpower, represented by the vocational colleges, held a ceremony to mark the graduation of the third batch of graduates. The event was presided over by His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Al-Dhib, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi has more details in the following report.
Equipped with the latest sciences and technical skills to meet the requirements of the labor market, 698 students graduated from the vocational colleges and the Vocational College for Marine Sciences in Al-Khabura, which are affiliated to the Ministry of Manpower.
Like any students here, I am happy and I waited this day 3 years. I want to thank my family, especially my mother and father, because it helped me to come and to be here today.
All people will be dream in this day to see like graduation like this day. I am very, very happy, and all my friends is very happy. Thank you for all people who work in Ministry of Manpower, and thank you for my college, all the people who work in my college.
The graduates obtained their vocational diploma degrees upon fulfilling the requirements of the vocational diploma program, majoring in various commercial, industrial, marine, and agricultural fields.
I would like to take this chance to congratulate all the graduates today, wishing them all the best and in their future steps.
I'm so happy today to be a graduate. No one can feel it except the graduate. And I thank all my family and all my teachers and all my friends.
I'm really proud of myself to be in here today. And I'm really thankful, and I want to thank my teachers and my family because they support me a lot. I really hope to complete my education.
181 students graduated from the Vocational College in Asib, 71 from Saham Vocational College, 69 from Sur Vocational College, 47 from Ibri Vocational College, 42 from Shinas Vocational College, 48 from Al-Buraimi Vocational College, 173 from Salala Vocational College, and 67 from the Vocational College for Marine Sciences in Al-Khabura.
These festive moments do not only mark a culmination of efforts, but also a beginning of a new stage for these proud graduates to play a role in the prosperity of our beloved Oman. Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud receives His Excellency Abdul Latif Al-Zayani to bid him farewell at the end of his tenure as Secretary General of the Council. His Majesty the Sultan receives a written message from His Excellency the President of Uganda, handed over to His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said. And the Ministry of Technology and Communications signs an agreement to launch Oman's first specialized cybersecurity accelerator. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.